We are now going further to study the section formula. For studying section formula, we have to have few concepts of previous chapters or the previous year's geometry question. Okay, so let us understand those concepts. First and foremost, I'll talk about parallel lines. I hope that concept is very known to you. These are three parallel lines, and these are the two intercepts drawn to these three parallel lines. So the intercept is intersecting the parallel lines at different points. I just named them PA upon PA, PAB, and here we have D, E and F. Line L, M and N are parallel. Here line PQ are the transversal. So therefore for this transversal you can see the transversal intersects the parallel lines at P, A, B, and transversal Q intercepts at D, E and F. So what is the concept here we have learned is that when the transversals are intersected by three parallel lines, the intercept made. What are the intercept? Yes, these are the intercepts. So on one transversal you can see there is a formation of two intercepts. So therefore what is the concept here we know is PA upon AB is equal to DE upon EF. This is a concept what we know, and this is because of the intercepts formed by three parallel lines. Okay. Now as we go further, there is something called as division of segment. This concept also you had studied last year. If I have a segment AB, point P, divide the segment into two parts. Okay, then what happens? Each part is congruent, right? If it divides a segment into two parts, each part is congruent. So AP is equal to PB is equal to half of AB. Same way we have segment PQ, which is divided by point A in a given ratio. The ratio can be like 2:5. Okay. So what are the total parts we have? 2 plus 5, that is 7 parts. Is that very clear, girls? So therefore these are the two concepts what you should know. And knowing this concept, we go further to see the section formula, the derivation of section formula. Now the need to know this is because to understand those derivation of section formula, this is my XY plane. This is the origin. There is a segment in the XY plane AB. With coordinate x1, y1 as A, and with B having the coordinate x2, y2. So we assume a point P which is having x, y as a coordinate, which divides the segment in the ratio m is to n. Keeping this in mind, we are going further with the concept here is I join or I draw perpendicular from A towards x-axis. From point P also I draw perpendicular towards x-axis. From point B also I draw perpendicular towards x-axis. So what is the coordinate of this point? It is x1, 0. What is the coordinate of this point? The coordinate of this point is x, 0. And what is the coordinate of this point here? Yes, it is x2, 0. Very good. Some of you could answer it. Now I just label these points so that it's easy for us to call them out. So C, and this is point D. So let this be Q. So according to the concepts what we have seen previously, the intercepts made by three parallel lines, what can we say here also is AP upon PB is equal to CQ upon QD. Do you agree to that? Yes. So if you agree to that, we already know AP is to PB is in the ratio M upon N. What is CQ? What is distance CQ? Already y coordinate is 0. So therefore what is the distance between CQ? It is nothing but x minus x1. Why specifically x minus x1? Because x is greater than x1. What is QD here? QD is x2 minus x. Why so again? x2 is greater than x. So therefore m into x2 minus x is equal to n into x minus x1. Open the brackets. You get is mx2 minus mx equal to nx minus nx1. So here I bring x together. mx2 plus nx1 equals to mx plus nx. What can I take out common here? X is common. So m plus n inside the bracket. And here you have mx2 plus nx1. So therefore what is x coordinate? X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. So this is how you can find the coordinate x of point P. Similarly, when we find the coordinate of point y coordinate of point P, same way we can draw perpendicular to the y axis and then do the needful. What do we get? We get y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. I hope this concept is very clear, girls. So after this is what is our section formula. So what is section formula? Section formula says that when a point divides a segment in the given ratio, when a point divides, here I have taken point P, divides segment AB in the ratio m is to n, then what will be the coordinate of point P? It can be written as according to the x and y coordinates. See, we have already found it by the formula. So let us put it up. What is x? It is mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. Similarly, my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. I hope the section formula is clear. With that, we go further to see what is midpoint formula. Okay, midpoint formula again. It is very simple. It is a segment given to us AB, for which M is the midpoint. So if M is the midpoint, yeah, as usual we have A as x1, x2, x1, y1, and B as x2, y2. What about point M? It divides the segment AB in the ratio 1:1 because point M is the midpoint. Agreed, all of you? So therefore, how can we write or how can we find the coordinate of point M? It is nothing but 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1, which is same as x1 plus x2 upon 1 plus 1, that is 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2, Again 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is the midpoint formula. Is that clear? So from the section formula you have the midpoint formula. Going further, we have the next, that is the centroid formula. Yes girls. Now one after the other the concepts are getting complicated and it is getting into complexity. Initially we saw the section formula. From section formula midpoint formula is derived, wherein the ratio is m:n becomes 1:1. So it is very simple here. Now we go to see what is centroid. How to find the coordinates of the centroid of a triangle. So what is a centroid? Yes, centroid is not a new topic for you. You have done this before last year. Certain concepts were done with regard to triangles. Yes, I hope you can recall what is a centroid. Centroid is the point of concurrence of all the medians. Now what is the medians? Medians are which are drawn to the midpoint of the opposite side. Segment drawn from the vertex of the triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. That is what is a median. So here AD is a median. On this I take a point G, and G is what we represent always the centroid as. So what does the property tell us? That centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Correct? And as said, D is a midpoint, so D divides the ratio of BC as in the ratio, yes, 1:1. Keeping this in mind, if I have A as x1, y1, B as x2, y2, C as x3, y3, how can we find the coordinate of G? Let us have a look at it. We have to first find the coordinate of D. Possible? Yes, because it is a midpoint. x2 plus x3 upon 2 and y2 plus y3 upon 2. This is the coordinate of point D. Once we get this, what is G doing? G is dividing segment AD. Point G is dividing segment AD in the ratio 2:1. So what is the x coordinate of A? x1. What is x coordinate of D? x2 plus x3 upon 2. So when we find the coordinate G, you will get it as 2 into this plus 1 into x1. So what is 2 into? x2 plus x3 upon 2 plus 1 into x1, the whole upon 2 plus 1. Right? So 2 gets cancelled. Similarly, you get even for y coordinate twice y2 plus y3 upon 2 plus y1 upon 2 plus 1. So what do you get here? 2 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. So what we are left with is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Same way y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. So this is the coordinate of the centroid of the triangle. Okay girls?